Merry Meet. So, today we are talking about Glamour Magick, specifically what I do. If you want a little more in-depth, Kellyanne just posted a video about it, so I will link that down below. And Fire Lotus the Witch in, I feel like the past couple live streams on his Facebook page, he has been discussing as well, so go check him out. But yeah, he talked about it just a little bit, because he's got a whole getup, which is awesome. So I don't know that he has like a full discussion on it, it's just like kind of briefly brought up a couple times. But I rarely make it to the full live stream, so maybe it was a bigger part at some point. Anyways, so I wanted to talk about what I do. So Glamour Magick, for those who don't know, is basically like beauty, appearance, stuff like that. It's not like the craft where you do a spell and then you change your hair color. That's called hair dye. How I look at it is just taking another mundane thing and making it magical, just like cooking. You can cook a meal and it's not magical, it's just food, not a big deal. Yet, if you cook with a magical intent, you focus on the ingredients that you're using, what their properties are, you just add that little extra oomph to your meal, it can be a magical meal. And so kind of the same thing applies to how you appear. Now, Glamour Magick can go from makeup, hairstyle, jewelry, obviously you could kind of throw in there, because some people like their jewelry and accessories are a fashion statement. Your clothes, like any outward appearance things. And I mean, even if you wanted to do like colored contacts, like it could add to it. So for myself, obviously to begin with, I usually dress a certain way. Like right now, I'm focusing more on having like autumn colors in my wardrobe. I don't know how long that's gonna last, because I next month get upgraded into scrubs. So I don't know exactly how that's gonna work. Like ideally what I would love to do is I love color magic for my clothing. So, you know, have a color from Monday, Tuesday, all the way throughout the week. But then I'm just hoping to convince the doctor that I can wear black scrubs, because that's my favorite color. So if I can't do that, I'll probably do gray, and then accessorize with color. But yeah, goals. So anyways, I tend, like this season, it's autumn, so I'm focusing on those colors and what it means to me, which my main focus is just connecting with this season and just enjoying it. I mean, I have my orange sweater that if you're on my Patreon, you've seen this a lot, but if not, you'll see it in the coming year, because I got this and I've been wearing it like all fall. It's one of my new favorite pieces to my wardrobe, and it is perfect for autumn and Halloween and just all of the magic that is the past month or so, and about a little bit into the next month, depending on how Utah weather goes. Once it starts snowing, I'm done with fall, I'm done with Samhain. I don't care that winter supposedly starts in Yule. That's when winter begins, that's when the decorations for Halloween come down and the beautiful, glorious Yule goes up, because I do try and mimic more of my environment than what a calendar says. But yeah, for right now, wearing autumn colors. Orange, for me, is, again, a very big reminder for this time of the year. It was one of my favorite colors whenever I see orange and blacks together. It just reminds me of Halloween, like most people, and that brings me joy. Orange is also one of the colors associated with fire, so it's kind of a motivational color for me. And it's also a warm, inviting color. Like, I don't know, you see orange, like a muted orange like this, again, in my experience, has more of a welcoming vibe to it. Same, like, and I also do that with like my eyeshadow. Again, it's kind of an orange color for like grounding, but also inviting and just welcoming, because I deal with patients all day. I need to not look scary. And then I also, like today, I'm wearing like a purplish shirt because I do want to be more magical today. I want to feel a little more witchy, which for me, purple is just a witchy color. It was always like the books that I was reading when I was just a little baby witch. It was the color that is for witches, and it just stuck. So whenever I see that kind of a color, like any shades of purple, I'm like, I should be doing witchery. So that, I want to make sure that I get some stuff done. Like, I'm planning on working on my Book of Shadows today. Maybe trying to do a little more of the Year in a Day book if I have some time. Stuff like that. And let alone just kind of keeping a magical mindset throughout the day, because it's going to be a longer day. Tuesdays are fun days in the office. It's always our harder cases that you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Because it's the doctor that takes on not just the average person. So you just have a full day of just like, okay, you got to brace for it, which is fine. Tuesday's a good day for that if you work with days of the week and that kind of stuff. And then, like, I always have my black pants because I always want protection, and again, it's just my favorite color. It makes me feel happy and confident. Which, I mean, kind of going with that, eyeliner. I use it mostly as a confidence boost, which seems weird. Black isn't traditionally associated with that, but black to me is the color that if I wear black, I feel confident. Think of your revenge, like, black dress that you wear for, like, your ex. It's a confidence boost, right? And that's what I tend to use it for. It helps with, like, my depression. When I'm feeling very depressed, I use that as, like, kind of, it's a mental mindset shift, I guess, is the sentence I was trying to aim for. But it changes really how I focus and how I feel in the world. If you feel like you're on top of the world looking down on creation, versus you're just this little slug trying not to get hit by everything in the world, it makes a difference. And then other things that I do, red lipstick, because granted, I only am doing it right now when I am recording videos, because why would you with a mask until that part of this era is done? There's not a lot of point to it, but normally I will wear red lipstick to use it as a, not quite aggressive, but a very assertive way to, like, make sure you're heard, which has always been an issue for me. I was always the quiet one that nobody really listened to in, like, school and social groups and stuff. So being an adult and having to have a role of power, it helps. It's, people see red and it's just a very bold color. And so I use it for that because I look young, and when you're helping people who are like double, triple your age, and you have to be the professional, some people don't always, it's not as big of a deal in my current job, but it has been in the past. People don't take you seriously because of your age, which is just stupid, because, like, 24, I do know how to do my job. Like, I don't know everything, but I know enough to, you know how you're always going to find those people? The red just kind of helps. Again, it might just be a mental thing, but whatever. Other stuff is when I want to feel more, I guess, like, upbeat and fun and just a little more carefree and not dragged down, and like my depression or my anxiety taking over. Strangest thing, but how I've been doing my hair for the past little bit has made such a difference, and I've tested the theory, and I just do better on the days that I do my hair. Now, I don't use any crazy thing on it. All I do is I braid it. I do 3 braids on each side so it gets a little more of a floof to it, and it makes a huge difference. The first couple times I did it, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but I felt just kind of like a little kid playing make-believe, just like, look at me with my floofy hair, it's so great. And it's not that I have, like, straight hair, but my hair it's just like a minor wave to it, if anything. It's just kind of there. And when I had done that, and I guess I was just putting it out to the universe of like, what do people think of this hairstyle on me? Like, is that a thing that I should try and do every day? I kind of like it, but I don't know. I got like 3 compliments like back to back as soon as I was thinking those thoughts. Random strangers in the middle of their eye exam, like, your hair is just so gorgeous. What do you do to it? I braided it. Like, multiple people, men, women, didn't matter, just complimenting my hair. And so it started to be like, okay. And I felt better doing it. And so it just became part of my Glamour Magick routine of the night before, obviously as you're braiding, if you have long hair and you do this. Like for myself, I usually focus on, like, again, confidence, because I have to know what I'm doing. And if you waver, your patience will feel like you're not qualified, which is dumb because sometimes you just have a moment, and I have to have a lot of confidence, especially like old people and their medications, because God forbid you don't know the random medication they've been prescribed. Some of them just get so impatient and so rude, and just that little extra oomph of confidence makes a difference. Just stuff like that. So, like, I'll do that with my hair. And if I'm feeling, you know, like, especially if I'm having a lot of, again, like, lack of self-confidence, or I'm just feeling like I need to be a little more whatever, and it feels like if I find that I'm, like, fidgety or just whatever I'm needing, really. Like, I usually do makeup more for depression, but if I'm feeling very anxious, sometimes I'll do, like, paint my nails, and again, use Color Magic for that. Normally I'll revert to black because it's cool, but sometimes, I mean, you can even add in, like, again, for nails, especially this time of the year, or if you're in my job, which is optical, so it makes sense all the time, to do, like, little eyeballs or something, because not only are you using, like, the color associations, but I'll also do that as, you know, to see the truth in things, because sometimes the depression or the anxiety brain kicks in and it's not always true. But I haven't done that. I used to do it a lot more, where I just needed kind of a more well-rounded vibe, where now I don't know, I change it up sometimes. Or if you do, like, your actual nails things, I just paint them, because it is something gratifying, especially if I know I'm going to be very anxious. It is a thing to help me to get rid of my anxiety, because it's a thing to focus on getting and picking at. People with anxiety, you'll know that, like, you'll pick at the skin around your nails, you'll pick at your nails. For myself, if I get really anxious, I'll start to just, like, scratch and just claw until I bleed. It's just a nightmare when you have anxiety, and so having a designated area that you're allowed to scratch off, and if you focus on, like, as I'm picking this nail polish off, you know, my anxiety is going down, and it's a mental focused, sometimes that helps. And again, black is my favorite color, and so it's like a reminder as you're looking at it, like, you know, it sounds crazy, but I promise it makes sense to me. But yeah, other than that, I don't really do a lot of other Glamour Magick things, so, I mean, occasionally I'll have, you know, like, again, it's just a combination of other types of magic combining into it, just making your mundane a little more magical. So, anyways, if you do any Glamour Magic-y stuff, let me know in the comments or in a video response down below. And until soon, because I'm also going to record another video this morning, I'll talk to you. And if you want to see me every day, make sure you're on my Patreon, because we're still going through this book. It's so great. Just fun. Working through it slowly but surely. So yeah, make sure you're on there if you want to see me every day. So anyways, until whenever I post the next one, I'll see you guys soon. Bless be.